Hello, my loves. Hello, my love. Hola, mi llamo. Period. Okay. It's Bella Waldorf. And welcome to 10 Toes About It, where we stay. 10 Toes About It. Feel free, before I start anything, feel free to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. 10 Toes About It. TENTOESBOUT. Again. TENTOESBOUTIT. But I'm gonna have it at the bottom of the screen because that was really bad. I'm coming to you with the same shirt from Shein. If you like it, let me know. I'll put a picture of me in this top because I wore this the other day and I was taking some pictures and I thought I looked delicious. So I'm gonna put that right here. In my closet. That's not my closet. That's my closet. That's my bedroom. And I'm cleaning my room, which is why that's there. So I'm just gonna... Right? Okay? I'm coming to y'all with another story time. Again, which is also why I'm wearing this again, because I'm pre-recording, but because that's how you do it. Period. Right? So, this story is about... not really about this one person, but it's about what he did. And anyway, this happened back when I was living with my friend Island. My friend Island from high school. She was in another story time about she was in my losing my virginity story because it was her cousin. Now, she had this friend. Her name was gonna be Typical, because she did typical things that people of her nature do. So Island had a friend. I didn't like Typical. Typical was a hater and she wanted to be me so bad. No, I'm kidding. But I didn't like her. No, I didn't like her. She didn't like me. So we wasn't friends. So that's the basis of the story. Me and Typical were not friends, right? We are not friends now. There's no beef, but don't say that to me. I don't say that to you. Don't say that to me. Don't look for me. I don't look for you, period. This was back when I was living out. I was out there living with them. So, oh no. This was after the virginity story. I got kicked out of my house. She let me stay with her. Yeah. So, I don't remember what year this was, but I was living with her and her family. And we used to chill. This was when I started work as a home health aide, which I will get into with another story because that's a whole series. I got a whole series about all the jobs I've had because I've been fighting a lot. I've quit a lot. If there's anything I can do, I can get a job. But anyway. So I just put some chapstick on. That's why I keep them. They feel so good. Bro, sponsor me. So back in the day, I was staying out there with them. We was chilling. Me, Island, Typical, Island family, her sister. They were dumb cool. Our little sisters was hella cool. We all follow each other on social media now, except for Typical. But so we was chilling. It was cool or whatever. And a couple of months in, Island and Typical they were friends for a long time ago, way before me and Island met. They were best friends from childhood, I believe. So they went to high school together and everything. So they had a friend who just got out of jail. They had a friend that just got out of prison. I think actually wasn't jail. He got out of prison for whatever the hell. He was in there for like 8 years for whatever. And if you're in prison for a long time, I'm gonna just assume. And if I don't know you personally, I'm gonna assume. And it's probably not true. It's probably not true, and that is the ignorance of me, but it is, So she had her friend, right? He got out of prison, and I don't know why, but I think he reached out to Typical, and they were talking, and Typical used to always come over to the house, so we always chilling, and she was like, oh, what's gonna be this boy name? We're gonna call him Extra. So she was like, oh, Extra got out of jail and he's trying to link. I'm guessing because Typical and Extra had whatever back in the day. And, you know, whatever. So they arranged for everybody to come and chill out or whatever. So Extra ended up coming over. And he seen me and was like, oh, you mad pretty. I want to come talk to you. And I want to talk to you. And then... So, and I'm like, yo, he's mad cute. He was so cute. He was. So we had started talking. We exchanged social media and was talking and doing all this stuff and all that. And then he told me, did he have kids? I think he did. But like I had stated in my losing my virginity story, it was one of those situations where, you know, you do the thing and then it's not what you thought it was going to be, so you begin to overindulge. Yeah, so he was one of the people where it met my expectations and I was just like, oh, let's do this. Yeah, let's do that. And it was okay, you know, it was alright. So then we became boyfriend and girlfriend. New Year's of some year, I can't remember. He did the whole spiel. He was so extra and I don't understand why. Like he liked to put on a show. Like I remember this one instance, it was New Year's. The whole family was sitting in the living room drinking a little champagne and, you know, talking or whatever, getting ready for the ball drop. And he pulled me out and was like, oh, you know, I really want to do this with you. And the thing about us was our relationship, it felt like I knew him from a long time. Like he definitely had that vibe. He gave that vibe of, I know you from somewhere, you know. And anyway, jump to New Year's. He was like, oh, you know, we together and I want to do this with you. Just know, you know, you got to hold your boy down and take care of your boy and this and that. I didn't know what that meant. I'm just like, oh, well, you like me, I like you, let's do this. So, and then he did this whole spiel, this whole long unnecessary ass speech. And then when the speech was done, it was a 3, 2, 1. We kissed, and that was my first ever New Year's kiss and all that stuff. And then, you know, we did the do, blah, blah, blah. And I remember starting Monroe College in the Bronx. There was this one time. So our relationship was mad, like, we didn't go on dates and stuff, but we would like walk around the hood or whatever, and then, you know, people would see us and be like, oh, Extra, who's that? She's pretty. And I'm like, I'm his girlfriend. Like, yes. And then on the back end though, I didn't know that Typical had a problem with it because her and Extra was a thing in the past, and I guess this is a little bit trifling. I was a trifling friend, but like, you know, me and him started talking. But first and foremost, me and Typical are not friends. We are not friends. We were not ever friends. We will not ever be friends. We're not friends. So, am I trifling? A little bit, just a little bit. And apparently, she was talking shit. One thing to me. Anyway. And so like, he was mad. Like he liked the show. Like he loved the show and, you know, being that guy and all of that So there was one day when I was at school, I called him to come meet me so we can go back together because he was in the city and I was in the Bronx for school or whatever. And he, yeah, I'm gonna come. I told him the direction. I told him how to get to me. I told him everything. I'm like, oh, take the train here, get off there, and right here. The school was like, as soon as you got off the 4 train, the campus was like right there. So, and I'm telling him, and I waited 5 hours. I waited 5 hours outside of Monroe College campus, waiting for this man who never came. And then the funnier part about it was that my paycheck got mailed to the house, and that's why he was supposed to come meet me, because I was gonna cash my check and I was gonna take him on a date. I was gonna take my hard-earned money and take that man on a date. Yeah. Girl. So He never came. And if I remember correctly, I don't think I ever got that check. No, I didn't get it. I didn't get that check. I don't know what he did to it. Oh, I didn't get no check. No check came in the mail. I'm calling my job and I'm like, oh, you know, it was supposed to be mailed. And they was like, oh, no, we didn't get the check. They sent it. It was, I didn't have direct deposit at the time. But, so yeah, I was waiting for a paper check. I was waiting for that man to bring it. He never brought it to me. To this day, I know he took it. And I will say this, I hope I'm not putting anybody on blast, but there are some check cashing places that will cash a check that is not in your name. I'm not going to tell you where because I'm not going to participate. But just know that I know. Okay, maybe not now, but for sure back in the day, because I've gone with people to go do it. You can definitely take a check. If you have a check that says Bella Waldorf and you are not Bella Waldorf, you can go to this check cashing place and cash that shit. And they're going to cash it and they're going to give it to you. I think the only thing is they don't make you sign. And you don't need ID. Yo, the Bronx is trifling. The Bronx is fucking trifling, bro. Trifling. Anyway, I never got my check. And apparently this boy was talking to Typical as he was talking to me. And I guess that's why Typical didn't like me. Or like the fact that me and him was talking because he was still talking to her. I don't know what he was telling her, but you know, they probably was doing the do also. I don't know. They could have been, I don't care. But yeah, he was hella extra and just... And it was one of those situations where he was one of those guys where it's just like, once you stop liking him, it's like, you, no. I like you, no. What else? There was something he did. He was just weird. How do we break up? I don't remember how we broke up. I think he met my mom too. Yo, we was together for like 3 months. He stole my check. He was mad extra. He was lying on me. So I don't remember how we broke up, just know it ended. This one thing happened where he was supposed to come spend the night at Island's house. Her mother did not like me, yo. Her mother did not like your girl, and I did not like that bitch either, okay? Come see me. Anyway, so there was a night where Island had her boyfriend come over, and Extra was supposed to come over. He was supposed to come over that night, but he never made it. We were doing this in the same room, which is crazy. Island and her man was over here, and I was sleeping on this side, and the bedroom door was right. So the bedroom door is here, the wall's here, there's the wall here, there's the wall right here. I think this wall has a TV. Did they have a TV? I don't know if they had a TV, but there was something on this wall. Her and her man was here, and I was here. So all you heard was, and I'm like, it woke me up out of my sleep. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Who fucking knocked on the door like that? And it was like again and again. And I look at Island and her man, and they're not even stirring. They're just, I'm assuming they were sleeping. I don't know what they were doing over there. They was on the other side of the room. It wasn't my business, right? So, and then again, more. And I'm like, bro, the police is coming in. And then come to find out it was Isla's mother. She came in the room, looked at me, looked at where I was sleeping, saw her daughter and her daughter's man over there and was yelling at me. Why you got this man in my house? You wanna enter my house? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and I'm groggy. I'm looking at her. I looked at the girl. And I was like, and that was definitely the night she kicked me out. She definitely kicked me out of her house. And we were talking about it later on, and she was like, why you open the door? And And I was like, she was banging on the fucking door. Like, police, you got a warrant, open this door. Type banging on the door. And she yelled at me, kicked me out, talking about, oh, I got it in her house. But she saw her daughter and this dude over there that was yelling at me. She didn't like me. She just didn't want me in the crib. She just did not want me there. That bitch did not like me, and I didn't like her. I still don't like her. I'm sure she still don't like me. I mean, she probably didn't even worry about me. Who cares? Anyway, and then there was another incident after we had broke up. So one thing that this man did was he didn't have a phone, so he went on Facebook on my phone, and he never signed out. Idiot. He never signed out of Facebook on his girl's phone, right? So we had broke up. I do this because we were never like serious. But so we broke up, and he was dating somebody. They were doing the Facebook thing. They were in a relationship with each other, and they was talking and being, relationshipy on Facebook. And I was like, I don't like that. So what I do? Remember, on Facebook you could tag the person that you're in a relationship with. I go and I took the tag off. I took them off the relationship. I changed his password. And the girl was like talking shit, talking crap. And and I think I was like on his status. I was like, oh, I'm single. I was like, I'm single. F the girl, I don't remember her name. I was like, oh, F such and such. I don't love you. I'm single. So she started hitting him up and was texting, was like, oh, so are you single? F me? You took us off the relationship? And I was like, shut up. Fuck you, bitch. F you, B. And all that stuff. Like, I don't know why I did that. But, and I was a menace that day. I was definitely being a menace to the Facebook society. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And I wasn't even mad. And not like I was like, oh, I'm gonna show him. I was just like, oh, he's still signed in? Oh, you're stupid. That was my mindset. And so he found out, and no, he didn't find out. I told him. I felt really, really bad. I felt so guilty. I felt so bad. I felt so bad that I went and I told him. I was like, oh, you signed in, and I said this, and I was like, oh, I feel really bad. I was just apologizing. He was like, you stupid ass bitch. You know what the fuck you did? Why you did it? And I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just saying sorry. Just take my sorry and go. Like, just forgive me and move on. Asshole. And then, so that happened. And then a couple years later, I ain't talked to this man in years, mind you. Like, it's been like 6 years since I broke up with his girlfriend. And that was like a year after we broke up. So in total, it's been like 7, 8 years since I've seen this man. I'm talking to Island randomly. And she was like, oh, guess who I ran into? And I was like, who you ran into, girl? She was like, oh, I ran into Extra. And I was like, oh, he's still around. He's still a thing. I'm definitely she's still a thing. Yeah, I know you're not a thing. You're a person. You're a noun. Person, place, a thing. Right? Yeah. I was like, oh, he's still around. Like, he didn't go back to jail. She was like, no, he's good. But he's actually telling people that you had a baby by him. And I was like, I had a who by what? She was like, yeah, he's going around where they lived and was telling people that I had a baby by him. And all of a sudden, now I can't take care of the 7-year-old child, and I'm reaching out to him for child support. I've heard some really stupid rumors about myself before. For some reason, like, a lot of people used to talk about me. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But really, I don't say nothing about the child on social media. And there's people believing him, like people who knew me when I was living with her and knew him because he was from there, and they knew us because we used to walk around together like the hood couple. There's people really believing that I have a 7-year-old child by this man, probably like 14 by now. I got a whole grown ass kid. What? No, she went over there, but that's my kid. Winston. She's eating. Sir, a 7-year-old girl. Oh, and then typical was throwing subs on Facebook. Oh, why are you gonna talk to him and then be all up in his? I don't even. The bitch was just talking. She was talking so much. Like, girl, get stop. Like, that's enough. Just stop. Relax. I'm okay now. I'm good. Oh God. Like, ugh. But anyway, this is the end of that all over the place, ridiculous, erratic ass story. Okay. The moral of the story is, men be weird. Men be weird and then get mad when you go and block their Facebook relationships. How is that my problem? But yeah, so, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, rewind, repeat, fast forward, all of it. All of that. All of it. Okay? And follow me on Instagram and TikTok. 10 Toes Body. TENTOESBOUTIT. I'm gonna put it at the bottom, and I promise I'm gonna spell it right. I promise you.